Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Let me just get this easel to move a little bit further up so it's out of camera range. I have stuff everywhere. Anyway, we'll get sorted. So today is the time to do my last row of diamonds, or making them pretty for my spare storage. So let's just check the bags are sort of the right way around. So I'm expecting, according to sort of the amount of stickers that I've got left, I'm thinking I may have quite a few of these that I don't have diamonds for. We'll see how it goes, and this will help me now to determine exactly how many rows that I am actually going to use, and then I need to think and decide on what I'm going to do with the remainder, because I definitely can't fit them into 2 boxes, not with the amount of spares that I have. So I need to sort of think how I'm going to deal with the rest as well. I'm thinking I may bring my special diamonds and potentially my ABs into the equation. Oh, let me get those boats out. I don't need those now. I'm thinking I may do that, but I need to sort of make a final decision. And partly I think I'm waiting to see how far over they go. I like the idea that if I do bring my special diamonds and potentially my ABs into the equation, that they go in one row on their own. So I also need to have a look and have a think about how I'm going to potentially make the rest of the row stand up. I don't know whether I want something that's a little bit more permanent. I'm not sure. That's going to be next week. I think is going to be finishing up, you know, the boxes. I do think I'm going to add an extra row of foam, which is what somebody suggested to help that very, very slight gap that I have now between them. I do know that somebody has also cut these just a little bit lower to be able to get through, you know, flip through these cards. I might do that as well. I love the fact that, you know, people are doing this storage way, but then there is little things that they are doing that's different, and many of them are very, very good ideas. Helps me to find storage a perfection. But for those that are new, do please hit the subscribe button so that you can, 1, see these finish, but 2, see all the other videos that I post. There is videos that go up on a daily basis, and very much a variety of videos that do go up. I also have a custom comparison ongoing at the moment, so make sure you're subscribed so that you do get, and hit the notification bell so that you do know when they are finished, and you get to see which companies do the comparison that you prefer. But what I'm doing at the moment is, this is my spare storage for my diamonds from paintings that I have finished, paintings that are done. And you don't have to keep your diamonds, but I do, and that is in case I have a diamond painting that runs out of a colour, I will have a spare. So that's one reason. I have had a few run out. I do know of some people that have had more than a few that have run out, and if I get to the end of a painting and I happen to have run out of a couple of colours, I do not want to wait for, 1, the seller to send me replacements, or for me to have purchased replacements, depending on how long ago it was. I don't want to wait that time. I would much rather have them on hand. The second thing that I do with my spares is I am currently doing a cross stitch pattern, and I'm using my spare diamonds to turn that into a diamond painting on a blank canvas. In fact, I've got two on the go. One is sort of a black, white and grey, because they are a lot of the colours that I have left over are the likes of the black, white and grey. And then one of them has some other, well, it has 230 odd colours in it, so I'm sure I'll get through a few spares that way. I also am hoping to have some projects, you know, sort of off the canvasy type projects, basically things that you can find to maybe paint or, you know, decorate in a different way, but actually I'm going to decorate them with diamonds. So I'm sure I will get through, not all, but definitely some of my spares in that way. Oh, I've got quite a few of these and quite a few different shades. Some people do prefer to keep different shades of diamonds separate, because while many diamond painting manufacturers do use sort of the DMC code as such, and do stick to that roughly for the diamond painting colours, they don't always get it right, and it's nowhere near as precise as, for example, DMC themselves are. So it does result in many different dye lots happening, where depending on when it's been mixed, depends on whether the shading of the colour is exactly right. So this one has a few. I put them all together because I don't really have the space, or don't really want to be having multiple bags of diamonds in here. I'm trying to limit myself to 2 bags at the moment, one for square and one for round. And if I were to run out on a painting, then what I'm likely to do is tip those diamonds into a big tray and pick the one that's the closest match. And I can do that whether they're mixed or not. I can just pick out the ones that I'm likely to need. I'm not likely to need thousands of extras for a diamond painting running out. I'm more likely to need 10 or 20, you know, or even 2. I'm not likely to need a lot from a diamond painting not having enough diamonds. And that's my thought behind it. Everybody is different in what they want to do. I am changing the bags over, but that's because Diana was kind enough to gift me these bags, which are thicker, so they're a little bit posher for my diamond painting storage. So I'm changing them over while I'm doing the stickers. It's sort of a 2-in-1 job. Saves me peeling off these stickers and switching them over. I'm going to do that later. So I will peel off these stickers later, and I do save the bags. I use them for, I'll use these up, so I use them for when I'm doing a special diamond painting. And I've opened the bag, you know, and used all. I'll put them in these until I can put them in my spare storage, so it's sort of like a temporary holder. Sometimes I use them when I'm kitting up a project and the diamonds that I have don't fit. Oh, there's more in there. And the diamonds that I have don't fit in my storage. The extras will go into these baggies because they take a lot less space. And I can keep them with it. Plus, because I am limiting myself to 1 bag of each, I will use these bags when I have diamonds over and above that to share them with other people. So there are many Facebook groups. It's normally called Got Diamonds and then your country after it. So there's one in the UK, Got Diamonds UK, and people will, you know, share spare diamonds that they're willing to send to other people, and also people can ask for diamonds maybe if you've been shorted on a project but you've only just started diamond painting. Then that's where you can sort of shout out and ask for some diamonds, and they can often get to you a lot quicker via the Got Diamonds group and of course your country's own postal system than they can coming from the seller in China. And it's all about speed sometimes. You just want to finish that project that you've started. So that's my plan with any extras that I have. And I'm going to sort out exactly how I want to store those diamonds that will be going to other people. I'm going to sort out how I want to store that in another video as well. I was hoping to empty a box so that I could have just a box for it, but unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, I have too many diamonds. So I'm definitely in 3 storage boxes for my diamonds, and I suppose I'm okay with the fact that it's gone into 3 boxes now. It's much better than me getting them to just squeeze into 2 and then a few months down the line I have to make it 3 again. At least I'm dealing with it being 3. And because I am limiting how many bags, and because I'm definitely going to have at least 1 row and some more left over, even if I move my special diamonds and stuff into here, I still think I'm going to have plenty of room for it to grow as I save more diamonds, because I keep finishing more paintings. So at least I know that I'm not likely to go outside of this box, and then I can make sure that, you know, it's stored and I'm happy with my craft room set up with where the boxes are going to go, and that they are going to stay at that number. I currently do have a 4th box, but it houses the diamonds. There was 1 diamond left in there, but I couldn't be doing with fighting with it. I do have another full-size photo box that holds the spares that just go in my Heaven and Earth design. I am bursting out of that as well. That's probably because I've not done it for a little while. So I keep adding diamonds to it, but I don't keep taking them out. So one, I do need to get back onto doing that, and as soon as I've finished the customs comparison, I'll be sure to be doing my Heaven and Earth design again more. At least one of them, hopefully both of them, to sort of vary things up. But yeah, that one is sort of exploding out of its box, and I do need to think about how I want to store those to ensure, you know, that when I do need those diamonds I can grab them. So that's one thing I'm still sort of toying with. And then I do have currently I have a photo box that is half this size that has my special diamonds in. So maybe what I'll do is I'll bring my specials into this storage, and I'll use that small one. I'm trying to think whether it's an expansion of my Heaven and Earth designs that's spreading out, or whether I'm actually best using that for the diamonds that I have to share with other people. But then if I do it that way, then I'm not going to fit a DMC card for every single number in there. Maybe I'd just make a DMC card for the numbers that I have, to share with people. They're the sorts of things that I'm just wondering over. I don't want to bring in any more than the 4 big boxes that I've got, really. I may change the design of a couple of them, but I don't really want to add to those because they do line up in my craft room across some of my shelves quite nicely. And I want to limit the amount of space that I dedicate to these extra diamonds because I need my space. My craft room is rather small. The shop that has recently been opened, that I opened in February, that includes the likes of these stickers and new diamond painting trays and all that sort of stuff. All that stock is also now in my craft room. So I've made adaptations to fit that in. But I sort of want to still make sure that I have the space for all my diamond painting goodies that I need. Because at the end of the day, this is my craft room. So while I'm more than happy for the shop to have part of it, it has a part that while I had diamond painting goodies there, it wasn't a lot of diamond painting goodies. The space was not utilised to its full potential. It now has been utilised to its full potential, but the shop's taken it over. As you walk in, it's sort of, if you saw my craft room tour, it's the left hand side as you walk in, and it used to house the diamond paintings that I've not yet done on the wall. I've moved those just to a different wall, and I will do another craft room tour once things have settled down a bit. I will do another craft room tour showing the shop as well. I'm currently 3D printing like crazy, getting pre-orders out for the diamond painting trays, so things can be a little bit chaotic in here at times depending on what prints the printers finish. So as soon as things have sort of settled down, I will show you how I've moved some things. I did have quite a few magazine files. A lot of them had, well, they had cardstock and they had some cross-stitch things and they had some baggies. I've managed to collate quite a few of those and move them over so that I could, free up the space on the left-hand side so that could become the shop side of things. Though the shop does spread to the right on occasion, especially when there's stocking of items, when we've had a fresh delivery of some items. It can take over a little bit, but I'm trying to make sure as much as possible that it stays to one side so that I have the other side for all my diamond painting goodies. I'm forever re-evaluating how things are stored and whether it is the best way. It's like my mini way of tidying up, and I just have a re-evaluate if anything can be done differently and therefore be done better. So I'm very nearly at the end of this first sheet. Second sheet, sorry. This is the second sheet of stickers that I've done in this series to get all my diamond painting storage a lot nicer. I need to have a think as say how I want to store the special diamonds, whether I do want to move them over. I've got a feeling they may not even take up a full row, because while they're in a box half this size, they don't take it up fully. There's still space. So it'll be fun to see how I could get them to line up. I need more bags. So we've got another number now that I don't have diamonds for, but I am going to label up bags. That's because personally I don't want a sheet of DMC numbers for this project that are, you know, I've taken some of them but not all of them. It means I've got bags ready. Whenever I do dekit a project, it will have a bag. No questions asked. There will be a bag for that DMC number. The question will be whether the bag is full and the extras need to go to be shared with others or not. That will be the question. It won't be a matter of, do I have a bag? I'll have a bag for everything. And also it helps, by having a bag for everything, it helps keep that very little gap between each of my cards, which means I can see them easier and I can flip through them easier. Ooh. So 340 in square. Make sure I try and put them back in the right one. I have got it wrong once. Didn't even notice myself, but luckily an eagle-eyed viewer did. And they let me know. And I got to change the stickers over because basically I put the square diamonds in the round bag or the round diamonds in the square bag. I'm not sure which. I can't remember which way round it was now, but I definitely mucked it up. And I did check and it was wrong. So I fixed that so that I could move on. I'd have found it eventually. How long it would have taken me, who knows? Really depends on how many diamonds, how soon I'd have had that number of diamond. But I do also like these thicker baggies. They take up less room. Because they tend to, because they're thicker, they won't actually go as fat when they have diamonds. They don't hold as much. So if you do want bags that hold more, these thinner ones will hold more. But I'm liking the fact that I'm limiting myself now to how many spares I could need. Because they're not constantly used. If you're somebody that constantly maybe does extra projects with them, ooh, static in these. If you are somebody that maybe does a lot of extra projects, these are rife. Okay, let me, whoa, jumping jacks, they're jumping everywhere. Now I know I'm tipping them into something else plastic, which is probably going to make them have another headache. But by tipping them into this tray, I feel like I can potentially control them a little bit easier than trying to flip them between two bags. I still think they're going to object. Okay, that's the diamonds out of it. They're sticking to me. And I know I don't have any dryer sheets to sort of get rid of these. Now somebody did say about breathing in the bag can sort of help to calm the static down. So we'll give the diamonds a little bit like mouth to mouth and just sort of breathe in the bag in the hope. They are very jumpy, these ones though, which is why they don't even want to come off the tray. Don't know if actually breathing on them in the tray helps. This is where it gets fun. Okay. See, you came here for entertainment. You can't now say that you didn't get it. They're all getting stuck to my finger as I'm making them go further down the tray. I don't find it's as much of a problem when I'm actually working on a diamond painting, because I tend to be picking them up one by one anyway. Oh, I'm losing my bag. Get back up here. Let's try hitting some of those out. Get in there. Get them off my fingers. This is the only thing. I know many of these I've had static issues when I've been putting them away, and I figured I won't have to deal with it for a long while because they can just sit in the bag and calm down. And then of course I aggravate them again by trying to move them into another bag. Where did that one go? Is it attached to me or has it gone in the bag? I'm going for it's gone in the bag. If it's not in the bag now, it's done. Okay. I'm going for that's done. They can now sit in that bag and calm down. And hopefully I won't need them for a while they think about whether they really want to stay as jumpy. Okay, so we've got 3843. I have noticed quite a few companies, or I don't know whether it is true or whether it just happens to be the paintings I'm doing, but I do feel as though some companies are using a lot more of the 38 numbers. I've had quite a few paintings where all the numbers seem to be the higher ones. Maybe it's just been what I've been doing, or maybe it just happened on a couple of paintings in a row and it made me conscious of it. Oh, we're getting there. 2 more stickers and we've got a sheet done, which is amazing because there is 216 stickers on each of these sheets. No wonder it's taken a few weeks to get through them all, because we've already done well over 400 stickers, well in fact 800 stickers, because we've got one for square and one for round. We've done well over 800 stickers onto baggies. Many of those baggies have also had diamonds transferred, and I think that's what's making it a longer process as well, is I'm transferring the diamonds over. I know some people have done their storage first, so maybe they didn't have a system beforehand, so what they've done is they've done their storage and then they've moved the bags over, you know, that they're collected in a tin or a pot or thrown into a container. Oh, that's not a full drill. That they've thrown into a container until they'd got their storage sorted. So we're another sheet of each down. Yay. And then we only have a row and a bit for the next one. And then I have some spare stickers for a future project. And I like to just write on these either for, I use them when I'm doing a diamond painting that doesn't come with sort of an inventory sheet that I can turn into my code. It tends to be a lot of the, you know, the poured glue ones. Not all of them, you know, there are poured glue companies that provide an inventory sheet, but tends to be the ones from the cheaper companies don't tend to come with an inventory sheet. So I use these for that. I also use them for labelling. Oh, that one we don't need any. I also use them for labelling up a canvas. If I've divided it into sections, I'll just write numbers 1, 2, 3 and use the stickers on my canvas to tell me what, you know, what squares what. And it can always be used if you maybe are somebody that likes to keep die lots separate, but don't have too many that have die lots separate, you could potentially just write the number, the DMC number again on one of these and use them in your storage that way. Or maybe you have some AB drills that have a different code. You don't have a conversion chart for them. You could use those for AB diamonds maybe, to keep them all together. Okay, we're on rounds. There's many a different usage for the extra stickers. Maybe you just want to stick a pretty diamond on something. Multitudes of ways to be used. Nearly there. Oh, we've got a few here that don't have diamonds. I thought we'd have more than this in this section, but maybe it is true that maybe it is not just my perception, and I actually have had quite a few paintings that have had the 3/8 numbers that I've actually been dekitting. So 3/8 51, just done 3/8 50. Bag for each of those. 3/8 52. I know a lot of space that has been taken up in this row is being used by my 3/8 65, which is one of the favourite whites for many companies. They like to use that white, or off-white, more so an off-white, but it looks white enough until you hold it next to B5200 and then you realise it's not. Okay, so let's take the ones out up to 3/8 65 and then we'll deal with those extra diamonds afterwards. Though I've got quite a few here with diamonds as well. Say, I don't think I'm going to have as many that just need stickers as I thought / hoped. Oh well, it's a good job I didn't combine this. Oh, and I've put rounds into squares. It's a good job that I didn't combine last week's. I've made them all angry at me now with static because I'm moving them out of bags, and I should have just moved the stickers. There. Oh, had a moment. It would have been easier to move the stickers than to move all the diamonds. But I obviously didn't plan that far ahead. I should just allow myself time to think sometimes. And I think that's what I'm going to do with, you know, what is the next stage in sorting out my diamonds, is I'm going to get to the end so I know exactly how much space I do or don't have, and then I'm going to think about what I want to do, and I'll do it, and if it doesn't work then I can always tweak it, which is always the benefit. You can always tweak something to make it work for you and the way you like to organise things. Because I know somebody did mention that they put the diamonds, the stickers, on opposite corners of the bags as like another way to differentiate. They put one on the left and one on the right. And I know some people keep some companies' diamond paintings separate. Some people use a different colour sticker for rounds and for squares as well, so that's another option to differentiate, is to actually have a completely different sticker, because we do these in 6 different colours. You can just pick your 2 favourites instead of only having to pick one. I don't know, I like stickers to the left. I did think about it when somebody said it, because I was like, that's a very good idea. But I don't know, I like stickers to the left. So I stick with that for this. If I maybe decided to keep another company's diamonds separate, I might put that sticker to the right, because it's a different company. So I would, you know, maybe do a different colour, maybe with ABs, maybe with AB diamonds, they'll be kept to the right with a different colour. But at the moment, I'm happy with them being to the left. Okay, so that's another one with no diamonds. Oh, this is looking nice. Okay, I'm nearly out of bags in this lot, but I do have one more packet. So I have plenty of bags to give, 1 or 2 per DMC number, which is good. Because while I do like these, I think I've only seen them sold in thousands, and I definitely do not need another 1,000. Depending on how I store stuff, I may need another 50, but I definitely don't need another 1,000. But at the moment, we are all good. It looks like 1,000 is enough. It's going to leave me a few spares, which is good, because I might use them for my specials yet, especially if they come into the same box. I'll want them in the same bags. I know some people are perfectly happy having different size bags. You know, they use the bags from the sellers that are sometimes given with kits, and they're more than happy to store them that way. I'm just a little bit too fussy. Sometimes I do need to let that go, but in my little diamond painting world, I'm happy being fussy. Okay, I need these bags now. So let's get some of these. Check my little... These bags do actually come with one side longer than the other. So I do like to make sure that the short edge is at the front. Just makes it easier to open. Okay, this one is a very full bag, so let's see how many I get into here. This is my 3861 in rounds. Okay, I'm not even going to try and get them all in, because I'm more than happy with that amount in this bag. I think that's plenty if I ever need them. So they can go to be gifted to someone once I get that part of the storage organised. Just make sure these are all going to stand up. They do slide a little bit when they're not full, which is another reason I need to think about what I'm going to put in the row to stop it moving. I've got a few little ideas that I might tweak and mess with, and again, they're not squares, they're rounds. I've got a huge pile of bags to take stickers off, so that'll keep me entertained while this video's uploading. I can get this video ready and then upload everything. and then take my stickers off my bags and put them aside for future projects. Okay. Oh, what I might do for my... See, my brain's whirring even while I'm de-kitting. But on the DMC number stickers, these ones for the cards that we do, we also include the names of the colours for your special diamonds, and then we also include 100s, 200s, 300s as sort of a group. Some people use them as, you know, a divider, so this is my 100s about to start, etc. I currently use those for my Heaven and Earth design. I don't split them up by specific number. I split them up by just putting them in the 100s, 200s. Because of course I don't use all 400 plus DMC colours in that. I only use 200 of them. But I might use the 100s, 200s, etc. for the diamonds that I'm going to share and give to other people. And I might, depending on how many I've got, maybe they'll fit in my small one that held my specials. Maybe. Okay, so we've got 2 numbers left, and then we do have B5200, which was at the beginning of the sticker sheet, and I've just popped them in here. But we definitely have some that can be shrunk down now. So let's label up 3865. So my squares aren't even in here because they're in my Heaven and Earth designs, and I have 3 bags worth of the rounds. So I'm going to put the 2 fat bags straight away, I think, on these for sharing with others. I'm going to put this part bag in here. And then I think what I'm actually going to do for this one, because I know I am even currently working on paintings that have this, is I'm going to let this one fill back up, and I'm just going to let those go straight up. They're gone. I could fill up that bag, but yeah, I think I'm just going to make life a little bit easier for myself, and I'm just going to say those 2 bags can go, and I'll fill up any that I de-kit into that bag until it's full. And then we do have B5200 to sort, even though this is the last of the stickers on here. So this is 3866. Definitely got a couple of different shades in both. I'm not fighting with that diamond now either. In both the round and the square. Sellers can't seem to decide what shade they think this is, but that's fine. They'll just go in together. Look, both the rounds and the squares, both a couple of different colours. Okay, so that's 3866 in there. And then B5200, while I've labelled up the bags, I've not actually done anything with them. So I'm going to put those aside. Those stickers will get used up. And then, right, this is squares, so let's put, and these all look fairly the same colour. Though it definitely doesn't look like a bright white. Okay, so that is B5200 in squares, so they can go for somebody else. And then B5200 in rounds, I'm going to leave my little baggy insert in there that helps the bag stand up, because I don't think I'm going to empty them all. So they can go to share. and that can get closed up. So that's where I've got up to. So I've not got a full row left. Sorry, I've got a full row left, but I've not got a full row here. So I'm going to mess about with the boxes and potentially adding more foam board next week. I'm going to put those bags in there just to help that to stand up, and I'll put those trays back. It's not perfect for this row because I much prefer them to be this tight, but I do have, I think, an idea or two that may actually spread things over a little bit and fill up this one. I'm going to think it through in my brain before next week. For these that are the extras that I have so far, I have a tub here. Now I've even got some 310 that I just threw in from a kit, because these do need a bit of a sort of tidy up and a revamp. I've even got ones, look, that I did number with a blank sticker. These need a bit of a straighten up and a tidy up and a way of getting them nice for sharing with others. So I'll have a think on how I'm going to do that as well, because I'm sure that will be another part to this series. Maybe that's what I need to do, make it another part to this series, and then all my spare storage will hopefully, including my Heaven and Earth designs, will be all completely beautiful by the time this sort of Saturday morning finishes. But join me next week. I am going to, work a little bit with some more foam board, I think, to make the rows stand up nicer. And yeah, help this all to work and be really, really pretty. And then I can work out what I'm going to put in this extra column here, whether this is going to be spares to share with others, or I'm thinking potentially this is going to be my specials, so that all my spare diamonds are together, and then I'll have another box for ones to give away. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you all again soon.